all the black people voted for Trump have one like major thing in common: no education, no higher education whatsoever, not completed. And
well, you're already starting this video off wrong. I just voted for Trump, and I have a degree in finance. And I got my degree in finance while playing football at the school you support. But I'm going to let you continue.
And, education ain't everything, but it's a lot.
Coming from someone who has an education, it's overrated. In many cases, it is highly overrated. But anyway, she was saying,
Ask a black man why he's voting for Trump, and he gonna say something dumb like, he's helping the economy, but when you ask him to expand, like that's the end of it. He's helping the economy. How? And they can't say nothing else.
Well, I'm glad you asked. There are a multitude of ways he helps the economy. One way is by decreasing regulation. The less regulation you have, the more businesses can actually produce. Meaning they're not paying as much money for regulatory burdens. They're not waiting on the regulators to stamp a bunch of paperwork that could take them weeks at a time. Nor are they paying the same amount of fees and penalties from regulators. So he wants to decrease regulation. He wants to increase our oil and gas production. Here are some things that require oil and gas in their production. Or they have petroleum in their base materials. Plastic water bottles, toothbrushes, clothing, chewing gum, detergents, deodorant, lip balm, makeup, plastic bags, sunglasses, candles, dish soap, tires, shampoo, credit cards, hand lotion, electrical cords, eyeglass lenses, furniture upholstery, medical supplies. This isn't even talking about vehicle manufacturing or home construction. With vehicles, you have the plastic components, you have the tires, you have the paint and coatings, you have the fuel and lubricants, you have the foams and upholstery, you've got electronics. All of those use petroleum in some way or have petrochemicals. When it comes to home construction, you've got insulation, piping, roofing materials, paints and varnishes, flooring, windows and doors, structural adhesives, appliances, and electronics. So the higher oil and gases, the more expensive those things are. Now, that's not even including the oil and gas it takes to actually physically get the material to the plant or to the location where they're building the house. They use oil and gas to produce it. They use oil and gas to power the factories that produce these products. Then they use oil and gas to move these products to their end location to where they can actually be put together and create a product. So when he talks about deregulation and drastically increasing our oil and gas output, yeah, that's going to help the economy. We will be more productive and things will be cheaper. Now let's talk about something a lot of people don't talk about, the global supply chain. Under Trump, there was peace. Russia wasn't invading Ukraine, and we didn't have the conflicts going on in the Middle East that we do today. The Houthis were not attacking shipping lanes. The Russians and these organizations in the Middle East could smell Biden and Harris's weakness, which is why they've been acting the way they've been acting. So due to this administration's weakness, there are global shipping routes that are now compromised. There are wars being fought in different parts of the world. 10% of global commerce goes through the Suez Canal. The way into the Suez Canal is through the Red Sea. Just so you're aware, this here's the Red Sea, okay? Go up through here, and then the Suez Canal is here. So when an organization is launching rockets at ships that try to go through the Red Sea, these commercial ships will then avoid the Red Sea and have to go around. And when I say around, I mean around all of Africa, which drastically increases the cost for shipping, which then increases your everyday cost of goods. Not to mention, Trump wants to lower the corporate tax rate, which incentivizes businesses from around the world to have their businesses in the US. And it disincentivizes US businesses to go abroad to get lower tax rates. That is good for the US economy. It keeps businesses here and it invites businesses to come here. It's always so interesting to me how black women will come out in the public and just degrade black men. They act as if they're superior, they're better, they're smarter. Like the degradation towards black men is just oozing out of that video. So then she receives a comment on that video and makes a video in response to that comment. Here's that comment. This individual said to her, "Can we hear why you voting for Kamala and what she did for the economy? Other than it's a black female and also likes ratchet music. Come on now." So she was asked about Kamala and the economy. He then responds with a 4-minute video talking about Trump and how evil and racist and bigoted and bad Trump is. He's making fun of black men for not being able to articulate Trump and the economy. But then when she's asked about Kamala and the economy, she can't articulate it. She literally spends 4 minutes not talking about the economy. Why are you voting for Kamala? And she starts talking about Trump. Again, that is their number one play. It's not to talk about good policy. It's to fearmonger about Donald Trump. They know the American people's lives have not gotten better under their leadership, so they have to fearmonger about Trump being an evil, orange, racist boogeyman. It's crazy because, again, she tries to make fun of black men not being able to articulate positions on the economy and Trump, but when she's asked to do it, she can't do it either. Not doing it and then seeming to have a superiority complex is crazy work. Some people need to humble themselves.